Okay. We're back here at Central Methodist Estes Field. Today it's game number 2. Central Methodist won the first one 3-1. The highlighter, Allen West, threw a no-hitter. Second no-hitter in baseball history. The first one came in 2008. A perfect game against Graceland by Andrew, I think, Glover or so. So congratulations there. We should be ready for game number 2 there. And probably will give you the starting lineup. Hunter Moffitt will be in left field. Danny Fazaza will be the DH. Dio Comer is the catcher. Jack Harple is at third. Ashton Newman's at short. Brylan Haas is in center. That's Chase Pearson out in center field. Looks like Skylar Speck is at second base. And batting 9. And that's Zach DeMose at first base. And looks like today's starting pitcher, it looks like that's Lance Bowles. Here you go. Here you go. The Central. No, yet. I didn't get Centrals. Oh, okay.
It's basically the same thing, except for West is over in right field.
Oh, okay.
Over in left.
Oh, okay.
Escobar is pitching.
Oh, okay. Fitzgerald. Of course, we got the starting lineup. Right now, I'm just getting the starting lineups for Central Methodist. That's Bobby Nichols in center field. Robbie Merced at shortstop. Jeremy Conforti is at first. Tanner Sears at DH. Alan West in right field. Tommy Girola is at second base. Joseph Weatherford in left. That is Joey Fitzgerald Jr. And it looks like Logan Duty is behind the plate. Here's Hunter Moffitt. The start game to Sebastian Escobar. Here you go. First pitch came at 3:22 p.m. Temperature 64 degrees. The time and temperature sponsored by the parking spot. Easy to spot, easy to park. The parking spot. Fouls it off. 1-1 to count. Sebastian Escobar, 5-1, 2.41 ERA, 9 walks, 36 strikeouts. The 1-1. Good pitch, 1-2. So in the outfield there, you got Sears, Nichols, and West. In infield, Fitzgerald, Brissett, Giorola, Conforti. Behind the plate is Duty. 2-2 to count. Looks like the scoreboard went out, but it's 2-2. Okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Hunter Moffitt.
Our scoreboard's still working.
Oh, okay. 3-2 now. Three balls, 2 strikes. Hunter Moffitt. 3-2 pitch. Chops it foul. 3-2. Looks like checking on Logan Duty, making sure he's okay. There you see the training staff along with the baseball coach, Nate Breland, checking on him. Making sure he's okay. Moffitt Checks it, and looks like he should be ready to go. Maybe he'll give him an extra warm-up toss there. Moffitt, 3 homers, 16 RBIs, came into the series as the team's leading hitter. Moffitt, first game, went 0 for 3. Here's the 3-2. Pops that one foul. Three and two the count. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Still 3-2. Three and two the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch. Foul ball. Still 3-2. 3-2 the count. Three and two the count. Here's your 3-2 pitch. I think he did go. Logan Duty will make the tag for out number 1. So 1 down now for Danny Fazaza. Went 0 for 3 in the first game of the doubleheader. First pitch to him. That is a ball. 1 ball, no. 1-0 the count. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Lines it foul. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One to count. 1-1 pitch. 2-1 to count. Two and one to count. 2-1 to count. Two balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. It's 2-2 now. Two balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. 2-2 pitch. Lines it off the glove of Joey Fitzgerald Jr. The throw in time. Oh, not in time. Boy, that was a good effort there. That was hit real hard like a rocket. That is a base hit all the way. Yeah, I will agree with you there because that was hit on a rope. Here's Theo Coomer. Went 0 for 2 with a walk. 3 homers, 19 RBIs. That's a base hit all the way. I will agree with you, Dylan. First pitch. That's a strike call. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 to count. 0-1 to count. 0-1 pitch. Nice stop by Duty. Checks the runners, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Lines that one up against the wall there. Headed for third. And now it's second and third on the double. Here's Jack Harpo. Who is 0 for 3. Looks like a courtesy runner there. Looks like number 13. That's Creighton Cordova. First pitch to him. Outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count on Jack Harpo. Second and third, 1 out. The 1-0 fouls it off, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Hits the ground ball. Giarola has it. Throws over to Jeremy Conforti for the second out, but a run will score and an RBI for Jack Harple. That's number 12 on the year, and Benedictine leads it 1-0. Here's Ashton Newman. In the first game of the doubleheader, went 0 for 2 with a sac fly and an RBI. Gives him 10. First pitch. That's ball 1. One and 0 the count to 1-0. Hey. 2 balls and no strike. 2-0 pitch. Strike. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 to count. Up high, 3-1. Looks like Brylan Haas is on deck. 3-1 to count. 1-0 Benedictine. On the RBI ground out by Jack Harpo. Oh, that's a beautiful pitch on the outside corner. 3-2 now. Three and 2 the count. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. So 1 run, 2 hits. No errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 Benedictine. And we'll go ahead and set the defense for you for Benedictine. Out in left field is Hunter Moffitt. In center field, Chase Pearson. In right field is actually Brian Hollis is in center field. Chase Pearson will be in right field. At third base, Jack Harpo. Shortstop, Ashton Newman. Second baseman, Skylar Speck. First baseman, Zach DeMose. The catcher, Theo Coomer. And there's today's starting pitcher. That is number 11, Lance Bowles. 1-2, 7.02 yard away. 8 walks and 19 strikeouts. So we'll have the starting lineups there. That's Bobby Nichols in center. Robbie Merced short. Jeremy Conforti at first base. Tanner Sears is the DH. Alan West is in right field. Tommy Giarola is at second base. Joseph Weatherford in left. Joey Fitzgerald Jr. is at third. And Logan Duty is behind the plate. Rob Ehlers coaching at first base and Nate Brillen at third. And, of course, just happened at 2:46 p.m. when starting pitcher Alan West threw a no-hitter against Benedictine. Here's Bobby Nichols, 1 for 3 with a double. First pitch. Way inside. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count. 1-0 pitch. 2 balls and no strikes. Nichols. No homers, 12 RBIs. 2-0 pitch. 3-0 the count. Pitch. Takes it all the way, 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. So here's Robbie Merced. 1 for 3 in our first game of the doubleheader. 4 homers, 22 RBIs. First pitch. There goes Nichols. The throw, not in time. Gets back on second. A stolen base. Strike 1 is the call. Oh and 1 the count. 0-1 now. Strike 2. 0-2 now. Oh and 2 the count. 0-2. Ball not far enough distant. Bobby Nichols. 1-2 the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. That kind of gets away. Nichols is headed for third. That'll be a pass ball easily. So now it's runners at third and nobody out. And the count 2-2 to Robbie Merced. Infield bunch to the left. 2-2 pitch. Chops it foul. 2-2. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. 2-2. 2-2 the count on Robbie Merced. Bobby Nichols at third. Lopes it foul. Bounced off the bug out and headed toward the shortstop. Infield in at the corner. Infield bunch to the left there. Strike 3 call, so 1 down now. And here's Jeremy Conforte, who went 1 for 3 with a homer and an RBI. Conforte has 4 homers, 29 RBIs. Nichols at third. With a walk, stolen base, went to third on the pass ball. That's inside. 1 ball, no strikes with Tanner Sears on deck. 1-0 pitch. Hits a high fly ball in the left center field. That's well hit at the track, and it's gone. A 2-run homer, and Central Methodist takes a 2-1 lead. And for Jeremy Conforte, his 5th of the year, RBI number 31. Two to 1 now. Here's Tanner Sears. Went 1 for 2 with a homer and 2 RBIs. 9 homers, 37 RBIs. Had a great visit with mom, Shelly, Dad Kurt. And there's Tanner Sears on the first pitch. Hits it off the green monster there. Along with his guest, that's Kirsten Dunn, who will be playing softball at Central. Along with her mom, Terry, and dad, Mark. It's a double. So 1 out double now for Allen West. Threw a no-hitter. And also went 2 for 2 with a double and a triple. 7 homers, 15 RBIs. Of course, we'll look forward to talking with Allen West after this game today. That's a strike call. 0-1 the count. 0-1 the count. 0-1 pitch. Ropes a liner down that left field line. Sears is rounding third. West is thinking 2. He is in there. 3-1 Central Methodist. And for Allen West, 16 RBIs on the year. Here's Tommy Giarola. Went 0 for 2. This year, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. Hits a ground ball to third. Throws over the first. Good scoop. And they do get him. So 2 outs now. Runner stays at second is Allen West for Joseph Weatherford. Went 1 for 1 with a single and 2 walks. 2 homers, 20 RBI. First pitch, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 to count. 1-0 to count, the 1-0. Strike, 1-1. One pitch. Ropes a liner right to the shortstop. But Central Methodist gets 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors. 1 left. We're through 1. 3-1 Central Methodist on CMUEagles.com. I'm going to do this. Thank goodness I have a polo shirt underneath it because it is hot. There we go. Oops, sorry. I had to. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors for Benedictine. Here's Brylan Haas. In the first game of the doubleheader, went 0 for 3. First pitch to him. That is a strike call. No balls and 1 strike on Brylan Haas. Top of the second inning, 3-1 Central Methodist, but the big one happened in game 1 when Allen West threw a no-hitter. Came at 2:46 p.m. Round ball, Girola to Conforte for out number 1. And here's Chase Pearson. Went 0 for 2. First pitch to Chase Pearson. Lines a shot that is foul. 0-1 now. Benedictine got a run in the first inning on the RBI ground out by Jack Harpole, but Central Methodist answered with 3. Lead 3-1. The 0-1 now. That's ball, 1-1 now. One and one to count, 1-1 pitch. 2-1 to count. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 to count there. 2-1 pitch. Chops it foul, 2-2. Skylar Speck is on deck. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Chase Pearson. 2-2 pitch. Chops it off his foot. 2-2. Two and two to count. 2-2 pitch. That gets away. 3-2. 3-2 now.
What? Quentin, do you need a hot dog?
No, thank you. I'm good.
I'll take it.
But thanks for asking.
I always get her name wrong. Streeter? In there.
3-2. 3-2 pitch. Lines a shot into left center field. That's well hit. And it's gone. A home run. And it's now 3-2 now. And for Chase Pearson, that's his first of the year. RBI number 5. Here's Skylar Speck. Went 0 for 2 in our first game of our doubleheader. Speck has no homers, 2 RBIs. Now it's 3-2 now. First pitch. That's a strike call. No 1-1 to count. Oh, 1 now. Ball, 1-1.
You want me to put mustard and ketchup on it? Yeah, just some ketchup.
1-1 pitch. High pop up. That'll go out of play. 1-2 now. Yeah. 1-2 the count. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 call, so 2 outs now. Here's Zach DeMose. Went 0 for 2 in our first game of the doubleheader with a homer and 4 RBIs. First pitch. Strike. 0-1 now. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 pitch. That's ball. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Oh, that's outside. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. 3-1 now. Hunter Moffitt is on deck. Three and one to count on Zach DeMose. 3-1 pitch. Fouls it off. 3-2. 3-2 the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4. Here's Hunter Moffitt. He struck out his first time up. Checks the batter comm on his helmet. Moffitt struck out. So the most is at first with 2 outs. 3-2 Central Methodist. They got 3 in the first inning. 2-run home run by Jeremy Caporti and a double by West. And it's ball 1. 1-0 to count. The 1-0. Fouls it off. That's foot. That's 1-1. 1-1 to count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Less than an hour away. It'll be baseball tonight. Kevin Connors, along with Jeff Passon and Tim Kirchen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the second inning. Quentin Norris in the catbird seat. Fouls it off. 1-2. One and 2 to count. Misses that one. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Misses that one. Looked like strike 3, but instead it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three and 2 the count. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Still 3-2. Three and 2 the count. Zach DeMose is at first. He may get a running start. Three-two pitch. Strike 3 call. A big strikeout here. No runs. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. 1 left. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Central Methodist 3. Benedictine 2. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 3 runs, 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for Benedictine. Here's Joey Fitzgerald Jr. Went 1 for 3 with a single. Has a homer and 8 RBIs. First pitch to him. That's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. One and 0 to count. The 1-0. Hits a high pop up there. And the left fielder makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Zach Duty. Zach Duty went 0 for 2. Logie Duty has a homer and 12 RBIs. Strike call, 0-1 now. Oh and 1 to count, the 0-1. Hits a little chopper to the shortstop. Throws over the first for out number 2. So 2 quick outs. Here's Bobby Nichols. Drew a walk his first time up and scored 1 of the 3 runs in that first inning. Central Methodist softball won today, 8-2. It's a high fly ball. That is up and against for a base hit. He'll stay at first with a 2-out hit there. 4th hit of the game for Central Methodist. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 5 errors for Central Methodist. 8 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. Here's Robbie Merced, struck out his first time up. 3 for 3 for Joey Kreider. Leading the way in the offense, the winning pitcher, looks like Brooke Tolley. Strike call, 0-1 now. Central Methodist is 19-5, 6-0 in the conference. They'll be playing Mount Mercy, a doubleheader on Tuesday. And there's a ground ball. He'll go over the first for the 3rd out. So no runs on just 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. 3-2 Central Methodist on CMUEagles.com. Three runs, 4 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for Benedictine. And it's Danny Fazaza up there. He singled his first time up. First pitch to him. Strike 1, 0-1 in the count. On 1 now. The 0-1 pitch. Cues it fouled. Strike 2. Oh and 2 now. 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Strike 3 calls, so 1 down now. Here's Theo Coomer. He doubled his first time up. Here we are at 4 p.m. First pitch. Foul ball, strike 1. Looks like number 37 on deck. Looks like Jack Menace. 0-1 now. He did go. Yes, sir. Strike 2. Oh, 2 the count. 0-2 pitch. Up high, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. 2-2. 2-2 now. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. 2 quick outs now. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Sebastian Escobar from Monterrey, Colombia. Looks like it's 37 Jack Menace. 267 hitter, homer and 3 RBIs. That's a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. After this series, an 8-game road trip starts with a 4-gamer against Evangel on Friday. Then a 4-gamer against Missouri Valley on April 15th and 16th. Their next home game until April 22nd. Taking on Park. The 1-0 pitch. 1-1 the count. 2-0 the count, that is. 3-2 Central Methodist. From Overland Park, Kansas. There's a strike. 2-1 now. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. Strike 2. 2-2. 2-2 the count. 2-2 pitch. Chops a foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2's across the board. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it to the screen. 2-2. 2-2 the count. On Jack Menace. Oh, wants a new baseball. Two and two to count. 2-2 pitch. It's a fly ball there. I think Allen West has some room. Makes the catch against the right field wall for the third out. A 1-2-3 inning. Goes Benedictine. We head to the bottom of the third. Central Methodist 3, Benedictine 2. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for Benedictine. As Jeremy Conforti up there hit a 2-run homer his first time out, they gave Central Methodist a 2-1 lead after Benedictine scored a run in the first inning. On the ground out by Jack Harpo. First pitch to him. That is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count. The 1-0. It's a little chopper to the shortstop. Throws over the first, and there's 1 down. Here's Tanner Sears, hit a double his first time up. And scored the 3rd run. There's a strike call, 0-1. 0-1 now. 0-1 pitch. Ooh, outside, 1-1. 1 ball and a strike to Tanner Sears. 1-1 pitch. That's a strike. 1-2. One, two to count. 2-2 to count. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Tanner Sears. 2-2 pitch. 3-2 now. 3-2 now on Tanner Sears. 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. 3-2 pitch. Ropes a ground ball to 3rd. 3rd baseman has it. Throw over the first on the bounce. And there's 2 quick outs. Here's Alan West. He doubled, drove in a run his first time. Of course, got to meet his dad. And also visit with Alan after the no-hitter after the first game is done. First pitch to him. Ooh, inside. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 to count. 1-0 to count. The 1-0 pitch. That's inside. 2-0 to count. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 pitch. It's a high pop up there. That may be out of play. Catcher calls for it, and he makes the catch. Wow, what a catch there. And 1-2-3 inning goes Central Methodist. We are through 3. Central Methodist 3, Benedictine 2 on CMUEagles.com. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for Benedictine. Ashton Newman struck out his first time. Looks like Josh Tucker could be getting loosed up. First pitch. That's a ball, 1-0 to count. Top of the 4th inning. On this Sunday afternoon. Went north on the catbird seat. The 1-0. Strike, 1-1. One and one to count. The 1-1. Inside, 2-1. 2-1 to count. 2-1 pitch. 3-1 now. Three and one to count. 3-1 pitch. It's the ground ball to Tommy Girola. Throws over to Jeremy Conforte for out number 1. So 1 out now for Brylan Haas. He grounded out to Tommy Girola his first time up. That is a ball. One and 0 the count. Brylan Haas. The 1-0 pitch. There's a strike call. 1-1. 1-1 the count with Chase Pearson on deck. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. 1-2 now. One and 2 the count. Whoops. 1-2 pitch. There's strike 3 call. Good job of framing him by Sebastian Escobar. 2 quick outs. 6 in a row retired. And here's Chase Pearson. Hit a home run his first time out. That trimmed to lead the 3-2. That trimmed to lead the 3-2. First pitch to him. That's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Looks like Justin Guzman is warming up in the Central Methodist bullpen. He pitched an inning in game number 1 yesterday. That's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Skylar Speck on deck. 2-0 pitch. Bounces. 3-2. 3-2 the count to Chase Pearson. 3-2 pitch. 3-1 the count. I was thinking 3 balls and a strike on Chase Pearson. 3-1. That's ball 4, so a 2-out walk. Here's Skylar Speck. He struck out his first time up. First pitch. Hits a little chopper foul. Strike 1. 0-1 to count. Here we are on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, 4:14 p.m. April the 2nd. Oh and 1 to count. 0-1 pitch. Ropes a liner. That is up against the wall. Good job of Allen West holding. They're going to send Pearson home, and the game is tied at 3 on the double. So 3-3 tie now. Here's Zach DeMose. He drew a walk his first time up. After 2 quick outs, Pearson walk, and then Speck doubled. And for Speck, that's his 3rd RBI of the year. First pitch, strike 1, 0-1 the count. So a new game, 3-3. Hunter Moffitt on deck. Runner at second is Speck. The 0-1. Nice job of framing it by Logan Duty, and it's strike 2. 0-2 the count. Oh and 2 the count. Runner at second is Skylar Specht. The 0-2. Fouls it to the screen, and it's still 0-2. Hunter Moffitt on deck. Oh and 2 the count to Zach DeMose. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call, so 1 run on just 1 hit. No errors and 1 left. We are halfway home, and the game is tied at 3. Let me see. Oh, don't worry. Three runs, 4 hits, no errors for Benedictine. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for Central Methodist. As Tommy Girola up there grounded out the 3rd, his first time up. First pitch to Tommy Girola. There's a strike call, 0-1. One and 1 to count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Outside. 2-1. 1 ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. It's a pop foul, 2-2. Two and 2 to count. It's a high fly ball in the center field. Center field going back. He can't get it. That's off the wall there. Girola is rounding first. He'll go to second with a leadoff double. St. Louis defeated Houston 24-15. St. Louis is 5-2. Houston 4-3. Here's Joe Weatherford lined out to short his first time up. Lays down a bunt, and it gets away. Giarola takes third. I believe that would be a wild pitch there. And the count is 1-0 on Joe Weatherford. This could be an opportunity for Central Methodist to get a crooked number as the infield is in. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off, 1-1. Joey Fitzgerald Jr. is on deck. The infield is in. Girola is at third. Doubled and went to third on the wild pitch. The 1-1. Lines a cue shot, center field. That is a base hit. Girola score. Central Methodist now leads at 4-3. And Joseph Weatherford has another RBI to the total. 21 on the year. There's Joey Fitzgerald Jr. Flew out the left his first time up. So nobody out. Let's see if we get a crooked number there, like we did in the first inning. And it looks like a courtesy runner. That's Gannon Ruckman from Freeport, Illinois. Of course, met his mom and dad. Joy meeting his mom and dad. They always come, and they always bring me the chocolate chip cookies. Just like one of my friends' mom used to do that a lot when I was at Central Methodist. Her name was Marcia Pauley, and she had a daughter named Joan. She played basketball at Central Methodist from 1995 to 99. And I can always remember it was like one of the away games where Marcia always brought in the treats. And they were some of the best ones. And that's a foul ball. Oh, and 1 to count. Looks like time called. Looks like the coach wants to talk it over. 2 hits this inning. Oh, and 1 to count on Joey Fitzgerald Jr. The 0-1. That's out. Oh, that's on the outside corner. 0-2. Gannon Ruckman, the courtesy runner at first base. 0-2 the count. That's outside. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. That's outside. 2-2. Two pitch. High fly ball to left field. That is foul. 2-2 to count. 2-2 the count with Logan Howdy Doody on deck. Two pitch. Outside. 3-2 now. You wonder if Gannon Ruckman could get a running start. Infield at normal depth. The outfield playing toward left. 3-2 the count. Hits the ground ball to the right side. It hit the runner, and the runner is out. So 1 out now. Now it's a force out. I think that'll be a fielder's choice because it hit the runner on the foot. Here's Logan Duty, grounded out to second his first time up. That was a tough play there. It looked like he was trying to get out of the way, but the ball struck him on the foot. That's a ball. Bobby Nichols on deck. 4-3 Central Methodist. Girodo went to third on the wild pitch. Weatherford single. Ruckman was the courtesy run, then was tagged out when he was struck by the ball. 1-1 now. And Joey Fitzgerald Jr. is on first. 1-1 to count. 1-1. That hit him. So now first and second now. And here's Bobby Nichols. 1 for 1 with a single. That's Caden Doan, the courtesy runner. First pitch. That's a ball to Bobby Nichols. Next time you get to hear me broadcast will be Saturday at the softball game against Evangel. 12:45 pregame show, 1 o'clock. That's a ground ball up the middle. They get to play at second, to throw to first, and they get the tag. So it's a 6-3 double play. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. And they leave 1. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Central Methodist 4, Benedictine 3. Zero, 4.05 ERA, 8 walks, 15 strikeouts. Pitched 1 inning in game number 1 on yesterday. Pitched a solid 6th inning, a 1-2-3 inning. So 4 innings for Sebastian Escobar. So 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. Oh, okay. Oh. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for Benedictine. Here's Hunter Moffitt. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Of course, yesterday in between games 1 and 2, of course, met his mom and dad. Came from Riverside, California. First pitch to him. That is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 4-3 Central Methodist. Here we are in the 5th inning, trying to go for a 4-game sweep. The 1-0. That is a strike call, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to count. There you see a bird is flying over the outfield walls. 1-1 pitch. Oh, there's the curveball. Strike two. I tell you what, he's got that curveball working. Escobar went 4. Danny Fazan's on deck. One-two pitch. That is a roller. That's going to roll. That's a fair ball. I thought maybe Joey Fitzgerald Jr. was going to let it roll foul, but the ball hit the bag, and that is a fair ball. The 5th hit of the game for Benedictine. Here's Danny Favaza. He is 1 for 2 with the single. First pitch. I think he went. Did he go? They're checking. 1 ball, no strikes. Moffitt's at first. 5th inning, 4-3 Central Methodist. The 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to count. The 1-1. Pops it up. I think Sears. That falls in. Runners breaking for third. And now first and second and nobody out. 6 hits now for Benedictine. Here's Theo Coomer, 1 for 2 with a double. How about a triple play? Would that be sweet? Coomer 1 for 2 with a double. First pitch. There's a strike call. 0-1. All right. Okay. Jack Minnis on deck. 0-1 now. Foul ball. 0-2. A little past 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, April 2nd. 0-2 now on Theo Coomer. Moffitt second. Fazaza at first. 0-2 pitch. Just missed. 1-2. One and two to count. One-two pitch. It's the ground ball. Nice play by Fitzgerald Jr. Gets the play at third. The throw not in time, but gets the lead runner. That's always important. Get that out there. So it's a fielder's choice and 1 out. Great job there by Joey Fitzgerald Jr. And now it looks like Jordan Schwellenbach will go out there, maybe talk with Justin Guzman. And he wants to bring the infield in. Here we are in the 5th inning. Here's Jack Menace. He flew out to Allen West his first time up. So first and second. One out now. First pitch to him. Hits a chopper to Guzman. They'll go second for one, and that's all they can get. I think they got the runner at second, yeah, no question about it. So 2 outs now, and the runners at first and third. There's Ashton Newman, 0 for 2. First and third, 2 outs. First pitch. Kind of gets away, but not far enough. 1 ball, no strikes. Brylan Haas is on deck. 4-3 Central Methodist. One and 0 the count. The 1-0. Oh, nice stop by Logan Duty. 2 balls and no strikes. If you look into the bottom of the fifth, you got Merced, Conforti, Sears. First and third, 2 outs. The count is 2-0 on Ashton Newman. 2-0 pitch. Misses high, 3-0. 3-0 to count, and I think there is activity in the Central Methodist bullpen. Looks like Alfred Uora warms up. 3-0 the count. 3-0 pitch. That's ball 4, so now the bases are loaded. Bases loaded now for Ravens. And here's Brylan Haas, who is 0 for 2. Three, 4-3 Central Methodist. Top of the 5th inning. Bases are loaded. First pitch to him. That's up high. 1-0 the count. Chase Pearson is on deck. 1-0 to count. The 1-0. 2-0 to count. Now Logan Duty wants to talk it over with Justin Guzman trying to settle him down. I tell you, that's one great thing about a catcher is knowing when to go to the pitcher. And usually the best one, probably the greatest one I would tell you would be Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench did that a lot. I can tell you there's times he always called his own game. He never had to talk to Sparky Anderson a lot. 2 balls and no strike, 2-0 pitch. It's a liner that is foul, 2-1. At third base is Danny Fazaza. Second base, Jack Menace. Ashton Newman is at first. 2-1 the count. Two balls and a strike. Two-one pitch. That's 3-1 now. Chase Pearson is on deck. 3-1 the count. Three balls and a strike. 3-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Still now 3-2. Three and two the count on Brylan Haas. Infield at normal depth. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 3-2 pitch. Strike three call. What a beauty. Good job getting out of the bases loaded jam. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left on. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Central Methodist 4, Benedictine 3. Four runs, 6 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 4 runs, 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for Benedictine. Here's Robbie Merced. First pitch hits one into left field. Back at the track, it's gone. A home run. His 5th of the year, RBI number 23, and it's now 5-3 Central Methodist. So 5-3 now. Here's Jeremy Conforti, 1 for 2 with a homer and 2 RBIs. First pitch. That is a strike call. 0-1 to count. 7 hits now for Central Methodist, even though the scoreboard says 8, but it should be 7. And it's a ball. 1-1 now. One ball, 1 strike. Swings and misses. 1-2 now. One and two to count. Hits a little chopper to the third baseman. Throws over the first, and there's out number 1. So 1 out now. Here's Tanner Sears, 1 for 2 with a single. Did she trip or something? First pitch. Fouls it to the screen. 0-1. 0-1 to count. Alan West on deck. 0-1 pitch. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Has it, throws the first. 2 quick outs. Here's Alan West, 1 for 2 with a double. Looks like activity in the Central Methodist bullpen there. That's a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Hits the ground ball to third, knocks it down. Throws over the first. That'll be an error all the way. No question about it. That'll be an error on the third baseman. That's no question about it. Here's Tommy Girola, 1 for 2 with a double. Score the go-ahead run in the 4th inning. West is at first. It's a high fly ball. I think the third baseman will call for it and makes the catch. So no one run on one hit, one error, and one left on. We head to the top of the sixth. Central Methodist 5, Benedictine 6. Oh, okay. Well, 31. Oh, Alfred Eura. Alfred Eura 1-0 with a .67 ERA, 6 walks, 8 strikeouts. And it looks like a new first baseman, Trey, that's Rosenfoss. The new first baseman usually comes in for defensive purposes. Of course, we saw that in the first game. Here's Chase Pearson, 1-for-1 with a homer. And he also drew a walk his last time up. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error for Benedictine. Fouls it off, strike 1. Here we are in the 6th inning. If everything goes according to plan, we'll both interview Nate Breland and, of course, Alan West. Drew a no-hitter, came at 2:46 p.m. The 0-1 now. That's a ball, 1-1 to count. One ball, one strike. 1-1 pitch. Ooh, chin music. Or as Dwight Gooden would call it, Uncle Charlie. 2-1 to count. 2-1 pitch. 3-1 to count. 3 balls and a strike. Three and one to count. 3-1 pitch. That's a leadoff walk. Here's Skylar Speck. 1-for-2 with a double and an RBI. So Eura needs to settle down. Talk to the baseball. Speck started out at second, now moved over to third. Runner at first. That's a ball. There is activity in the Central Methodist bullpen. If you look into the bottom of the 6th, you got the lower third of the order. Pearson is at first with the walk. 2 balls and no strikes. And now Nate Breland wants to talk it over, probably settling him down. Looks like Larry Riddle Jr. is warming up in the Central Methodist bullpen. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error for Benedictine. Runner at first. And it's now 3-0 to count. Zach DeMose on deck. In about 10 minutes, it'll be baseball tonight with coach Kevin Connors. Strike 3-1 now. And then you got the Philadelphia Phillies and the Texas Rangers. The first Sunday night baseball game of 2023. Carl Ravitch, David Cohn, and Eduardo Perez. 3-1 pitch. That's ball 4 there. So now back-to-back walks. Here's Creighton Cordova, the pinch hitter. 091 hitter, no homers, no RBIs. Benedictine got 1 in the first, 3 more by Central Methodist in the first, 1 in the second. Then Benedictine tied it with a run in the third. Central Methodist added a run in the fourth and added a run in the fifth. The first pitch tries to bunt. They throw, but not. I think that's a ball on Creighton Cordova. 0-1 the count. Looks like Larry Riddle Jr. is warming up. 5-3 is our score. Tries the bunt. That's a foul ball. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. One ball and a strike on Creighton Cordova. Hunter Moffitt is on deck. Pearson's at second. Specs at first. Both on walks. Here's the pitch. I think, did he go? I think it's 2-1. Yeah, 2 balls and a strike. Today's attendance, 41,000 on hand. Millions are on television. 5-3 Central Methodist. 2-1 pitch. Bunts in the air. That's a foul ball. Strike 2. Central Methodist won the first game today. 3-1 on the no-hitter by Allen West. Three and 1, 2-2 to count. Creighton Cordova. 2-2 pitch. Bunts it. Foul ball. That's a strike 3. That's strike 3. That's strike 3, yes. 1 out now. That's a big one there. So here's Hunter Moffitt. 1 for 3 with a single. It was a big out there. That's a big out. Still have the double play in check. Aurora still on the mound, trying to keep this a 5-3 ball game. First pitch. Strike. 1-1 now. No balls and a strike. 0-1 the count. On 1 on Hunter Moffitt. 0-1. Oh, that's a beautiful pitch. Strike 2. One balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 on Hunter Moffitt. 0-2. Fouls it all. Still 0-2. 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error for Benedictine. 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for Central Methodist. Danny Fazaza on deck. 0-2 pitch. Foul ball. Still 0-2. 0-2 the count. 0-2 now. 0-2 pitch. Ball 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. At second base is Chase Pearson. First base, Skylar Speck. 1-2 now. 1-2 pitch. Lines it right to Joey Fitzgerald Jr. Beautiful play. 2 outs now. Hit it right on the button, but Joey Fitzgerald Jr. makes the catch for out number 2. Danny Favazza, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. So the tying runs at first. Larry Riddle Jr. is done warming up. He could be ready to go at any time. First and second, 2 outs. First pitch. There's a strike call on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Theo Coomer is on deck. 0-1 the count. 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. Oh, that was a beautiful curveball. 0-2 the count on Danny Fazaza. Oh and 2 the count. First and second. Here's the 0-2. A little bit high, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 to count. The 1-2. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 to count on Danny Fazaza. F-A-V-A-Z-Z-A. Strike 3 call. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. Bottom of the 6th. Central Methodist 5, Benedictine 3. Five runs, 7 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error for Benedictine. Here's Joe Weatherford. 1 for 2 with a single, and that single gave Central Methodist the 4-3 lead. First pitch. That's a ball, 1-0 to count. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Here's a cue shot to the shortstop. Throws over the first, throws a little high, and that will be an error there on the second baseman. Second error of the game for Benedictine. Even though the scoreboard says 1, but it should be number 2 there, because there was an error on the third baseman that when Alan West was at bat. So here's Joey Fitzgerald Jr., 0 for 2. Lays down a beautiful bunt. His only play is the first. There is 1 out. And heading into second is Weatherford. So sack bunt, 1-4 on your scorecard. Here's Logan Duty, 0 for 1. He was also hit by a pitch his last time up. Well, actually, that's Dominic Van Dorn. Dominic Van Dorn had a great game yesterday. Especially in game 2, went 1 for 3, a homer and 3 RBIs. This year, he has a homer and 5 RBIs. Trying to add to this 5-3 game on 7 hits. Benedictine 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Runner at second with 1 out. First pitch. That's a ball. 1-0 to count. Hopefully we'll talk with Nate Breland and Alan West. Part of the post-game celebration. It looks like baseball night is just getting started with your host Kevin Connors, Jeff Passon, and Tim Kirchen. That kind of gets away, but not far enough to advance Joseph Weatherford. 6 p.m. is Philadelphia and the Texas Rangers. And then, of course, we'll have the K-Rod broadcast hosted by Michael Kay and Alex Rodriguez. Many guests there, and I'm sure we'll have Nate Breland on the K-Rod show. And I think that'll be a lot of fun to see him talk with Michael Kay. There's a base hit up the middle. They're waving Weatherford. And it's 6-3 on the RBI single. And for Dominic Van Dorn, that's 6 RBIs already. 4 of them in this 4-game series. Four, 6, 7. And it's Caden Doan who will be the courtesy runner. So a new pitcher will come on the mound. So 5 in the 3rd inning. So it looks like a new pitcher on the mound. That's number 30, Ben De La Forest. Ben De La Forest pitched in the 2nd game of the doubleheader yesterday. I think he pitched 1 inning in game number 1 yesterday. Six runs, 8 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Benedictine. Larry. Here's Bobby Nichols. 1 for 2 with a single. Bottom of the 6th inning. Benedictine led 1-0, and 3 in the first. Benedictine had a run in the second, make it 3-2. Tied the game in the fourth. Central Methodist had a run in the fourth, fifth, and sixth, make it 6-3. A high fly ball hit well. Center fielder is there to make the catch for out number 2. And now Robbie Merced up there, 1 for 3, hit a home run in the 5th inning to increase the lead to 5-3. 5 homers, 23 RBIs. First pitch. Strike, 0-1 now. Oh, balls and 1 strike. 0-1 pitch. That gets away. Caden Doan will take second. That will be a pass ball. 1-1 to count. Oh, yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 to Merced. That's ball 2. 2-1 to count. 2-1 to count on Robbie Merced. Two and one to count. 2-1 pitch. High pop up there. Let's see who calls for it. First baseman gives a chase, but he drops it. Look at the hustle there by Caden Doan. It is now 7-3, and that should be an error on the first baseman, an RBI. Number 23 on the error. That is the 3rd error of the game for Benedictine. So Jeremy Conforte. That's what happens when you run with 2 outs. Good things do happen. Seven runs, 8 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 3 runs, 6 hits, and now 3 errors. 2 of them in this inning. Here's Conforte, 1 for 3 with a homer and 2 RBIs. First pitch to him. Inside, ball 1. Jeremy Conforti, 1 for 3. Tanner Sears is on deck. Boy, Central Methodist has really taken over since the bottom of the 4th inning. Adding a run in the 4th, 5th, running the 5th, and then 2 more in the 6th. The 1-0. That is a strike call, 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jeremy Conforte. 1-1 pitch. Foul ball, and it's 1-2. One and two the count. Looking forward to interviewing with Nate Brillen and Alan West. One-two pitch. Hits a high fly ball to left field. That's well hit, and it's gone. A 2-run homer for Jeremy Conforti, his second of the day, and suddenly it is now 9-3. 4 RBIs on today for Jeremy Conforti. Now has 6 homers And 33 are the eyes on the air. And a 4-run inning. On just 2 hits. Here's Tanner Sears, 1 for 3 with a double. First pitch to him. That is a strike call, 0-1 to count. About 49 minutes from now, it's the Phillies and the Texas Rangers on Sunday Night Baseball. Strike 2. Carl Ravage, David Cohn, Eduardo Perez, Buster Olney. Michael Caden and Alex Rodriguez on ESPN2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hopefully we may get Nick Breland to be a guest on one of the shows. Along with maybe Alan West on the K-Rod telecast. Would that be neat? 2-2 the count. 9 runs, 9 hits for Central Methodist. 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for Benedictine. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2s across the board. 2-2 pitch. There's a high pop-up. That may be in play. See, the third baseman calls for it, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out. So 4 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, and no one let on. We head to the 7th inning. Central Methodist 9, Benedictine 3. Four, 6, 7, 9. Okay. That's what I thought. So that's Larry Riddle Jr. New pitcher on the mound, 4th of the day for Central Methodist. 0-1 with a 1.23 ERA. 2 walks, 12 strikeouts. A.J. Riddle from Dearborn Heights, Michigan. Pitched an inning on Saturday. Central Methodist won the first one by a score of 3-1 on a no-hitter by Alan West. Benedictine led 1-0 after half inning. 3 more by Central Methodist. Then 1 in the second. Then 1 more in the third. Tied up. Central Methodist led 4-3 on the RBI single by Joseph Weatherford, and then the home run by Robbie Merced, and then 4 big runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. So 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors. Here's Theo Coomer, 1 for 3 with a double. First pitch to Theo Coomer. Here's a high pop up there. That will go out of play. Strike 1. Oh, and 1 to count. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, that's a beautiful pitch. 0-2 now. Oh, and 2 the count. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. That's a good way to start your 7th inning with a strikeout. Here's Zach Menace. Jack Menace, 0 for 2. First pitch to him. Lines it foul, strike 1. If everything goes according to plan, Central Methodist will be 22-10, 12-2 in the conference. 0-1 to count on Jack Menace. Oh, 1 pitch. Hits a little cue shot to Ravi Merced. He throws over to Jeremy Conforti. No, that's a safe call. That'll be an infield hit. That's the 7th hit of the game for Benedictine. So here's Ashton Newman, 0 for 2 on the day. Newman, 0 for 2. He drew a walk in the 5th inning. Minutes at first. Fouls it to the screen. 0-1 now. 7 hits now for Benedictine. Oh and 1 to count. The 0-1. Lines a shot as a base hit. That's the 8th hit of the game now for Benedictine. So 8 hits now for Brylan Haas. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Brylan Haas, 0 for 3. Central Methodist just 2 more outs away. Larry Rill Jr. has a 6-run lead to work with. Non-save situation. Here's the pitch. That's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, and one ball, no strike. 1-0 to count. 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off. 1-1. One and 1 to count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2. 1-2 now on Brylan Haas. One ball, 2 strikes on Brylan Haas. 1-2 pitch. 2-2 to count. Chase Pearson is on deck. 2-2 to count. 2-2 pitch. Hits the fly ball to right field. West has some room. And it's gone. A 3-run homer. Now it's suddenly 9-6 now. Suddenly it's 9-6 now, but they're still 2 outs away. And Brylan Haas, with 3 RBIs, has his 3rd homer of the year. RBIs 12, 13, and 14. Here's Chase Pearson, 1 for 1 with a homer, RBI, and 2 walks. First pitch to him. Fouls it off. Strike 1. 9 hits apiece for both sides. Benedictine with 3 errors. Central Methodist with 0. But difference is Central Methodist leads at 9-6. Oh, 1 now. Lines that one. That's a fair ball in the corner there. Pearson is rounding first. He'll go to second. Now suddenly 4 hits in a row now. Now Logan Duty wants to talk it over with Larry Riddle Jr. Trying to settle him down. Here's Skylar Speck, 1 for 3 with a 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. About 40 minutes, it's the Phillies and the Texas Rangers. Runner at second is Chase Pearson. Strike one. As Vin Scully will say, that's called reaching back for something extra. 0-1 to count. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1. Oh, that's a beautiful pitch. Strike 2. 0-2 the count. Jeremy Conforti, the hitting star, 2 homers and 4 RBIs. He's really swinging a bat better. 1-2 the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out in the 7th. Central Methodist just needs 2 more outs for win number 22, most importantly 12-2 in the conference. It's the grounder to Joey Fitzgerald Jr. Throws over the Conforti. Good scoop there by Conforti for the 2nd out. Beautiful job there. So 2 outs. And now Zach Demos will be the batter. He is 0 for 1. He drew a walk in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 4th, and then was replaced by Creighton Cordova. So A.J. Riddle needs 1 more out. Here's the pitch. Lines it over the glove of Tommy Giarola. Here comes Pearson. He'll come in to score to make it 9-7 now. And for Zach Demos, that's his 5th RBI of the year. Five hits this inning now. Jordan Schwellenbach wants to settle him down. 4 big runs now. And now, Hunter Moffitt is the tying run. Looks like Bryce Martin is the courtesy runner for Benedictine. Okay. Bryce Martin, the courtesy runner. And there is Hunter Moffitt, the tying run at the plate. Now it's suddenly 9-7 now. Just needs 1 more out to go. First pitch. There's a strike call, 0-1 now. Just 2 more strikes away for win number 22, but most importantly, 12-2 in the conference. Here's a high fly ball. This should do it. Lake Tanner Sears calls for it. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the winner, folks. Central Methodist gets the victory there. 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and they leave 1. Central Methodist with a 9-7 victory. 7 runs, 11 hits, and 3 errors for Benedictine. 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Central Methodist. Central Methodist, they're 22-10, 12-2 in the conference there. Benedictine goes to 10-19 and 5-8 in the conference as well. Central Methodist won the first game today by a score of 3-1 on a no-hitter by Allen West. The big story of the day. Central Methodist next home will be on April 22nd as we welcome in Park for a senior weekend as well. Quentin Norris saying so long. We're going to have a post-game interview with Allen West and Nate Breland.